After 10 days on the road, Chase Center never looked so good. And being home on a Friday night, that would be big enough. Celebrating the 50-year anniversary of the '75 championship team, making it a cup game against Portland. That would be big enough. And a team that beat you by 20 in a revenge opportunity. And right down the lane, Sissoko flies in for the first bucket. Abdia is settled for the three, likes to drive, but he's become more than a capable perimeter shooter.
And he's taking advantage of every mistake.
Will Richard cutting off the Butler delivery.
And cross pass with Steph, two defenders hesitate.
Draymond, he's a shooter, dropped in at three. So with that three-point percentage back to 36%, that's fine. Will Richard into 2-on-1, Moody spaces out, rocks into the triple. There you go. Now, Klingen's 7'3", but he's 280. You know, we saw Wembanyama who's probably 7'7", and Klingen dunking that down.
So it's going to be tougher for Draymond to play cat and mouse, stab at it, and jump backwards.
Moody on the counter, breaks the paint again, foul line jumper. So Moses Moody, 2 of 3 early, he's got 5. Abdia started, look at that. Another lob to Klingen. The last 2 months of last year, Abdia was one of the best players in the entire NBA. Klingen missing that three, we can live with that, but Demara snuck in for the rebound.
Draymond actually boxed him out, but he just wasn't taking no for an answer.
Steph took it to trouble, somehow got it away, and then backed it home. Okay, Curry's first field goal tonight. Klingen on Al Horford, you just see the size disparity, and Al didn't foul him, and Klingen may have rolled an ankle. He's behind the play, it's a 5-on-4. Klingen is not moving well. Podziemski bottoms a three. And so Portland's got to take a timeout because Klingen is in some distress.
That is a huge human being, so that ankle was under a lot of stretch. I think he went to the locker room.
And Murray bottoming the three.
That's actually Kamara.
It's Kamara, yeah. That's on the left hand. I'm like, wait a minute. Right. They got 2 left-handers. Steph Curry, speaking of confidence, bottoms a three. The Warriors take it over. Steph looking for Podziemski to lay it up and in. Beautiful.
He just moved without the ball, and Caleb Love couldn't keep him in front of him.
Abdia to Robert Williams. He had set up Klingen for dunks. Now Robert Williams, the beneficiary.
Abdia the playmaker.
TP2, little floater. Nice shot by Gary there. Mara. Nice play by Moody initially, but you see the second jump. And Portland getting to the glass. Nice pass out Horford to Jimmy to put it up and in.
He's just sealing it. The small defender, Caleb Love in there, expose him.
Graham trying to reverse it. Robert Williams cleans it up.
I told you, man. There's second chance play.
Javante Cook rising for three and got a wild shot there. Butler spinning into the front court. Jimmy all the way to the iron.
This kind of went decel. Go ahead and cut. It's always a good idea. Warriors are one of the best cutting teams in the league.
Podziemski wing jumper. So Draymond with the rebound coming into the front court. We're talking to Charles Dudley with the Blazers leading by 3. Quentin Post ties the game. Let's ride this guy. Let's realize he's a perfectionist. And let's just deal with the Rick that we have and the brilliance that he has.
Well, I think that was part of Clifford Ray's leadership. His leadership is one of the things that I think that always should be a part of the Warriors organization.
They had to win some rock fights to beat Chicago in 7 games.
Right, but you think about those teams that were good offensively. How much was defenses? You get Kamara knocking down the three.
Cutting back door, took the contact, laid it up and in.
What I tell you, he's getting so much better at this.
Caleb Love bottoming a 3. 7'3", 280. Is he the largest guy in the NBA? 7'3", 280. That's the biggest mass of any player I think we have in the league. Steph Curry. He is not the biggest player in the league, but he's the best shooter of all time.
He might have the biggest heart.
And then Kamara hits the 3. I mean, that's where you played it right. Credit to Monty Kamara for hitting the triple. Curry spinning in the lane. Touch pass to Horford for 3. Got it! Pretty play there. Steph wheeling around Horford. He's got the big man clinging on him. He wants it back. All right, I'm going to shoot over you. Curry with another 3.
Okay. The chef is cooking up something nice again.
There's the relocate for Steph. Draymond set the screen. That is beautiful Warrior basketball. Those guys have been doing it for 14 years together. Steph overplaying it again. Same result. Curry's got 20. 15 to the corner. Draymond on Abdia. And then just that little touch. He fouled him and he still floated it in. How about that?
Man, averaging 26 a game. Like, you have career high all across the board last season, and you're not satisfied.
Oh, Jimmy Butler. The spinning layup and the foul. The English on that, fantastic. You put Draymond on Avdia and then send him through the defense, and Avdia all the way to the rim.
He's got all that in his game. The step throughs, the Euro steps, the decel. He's got pods, AirPods, 1 foot decel too.
They're going to have to double team him in the second half. Kajemski.
That's Steph.
Play off of Steph and Draymond. Oh, Klingon. Step back again. 23 and 18 in the quarter. Avdia down the lane. So beginning the third, it's Quentin Post getting the start with Steph, Jimmy, Draymond, and Moses Moody, and Curry. Halftime didn't cool him off at all. We just spent halftime hanging out with Clifford Ray. You picked him up at the airport after the trade from Chicago. Why'd you do that?
Because I'm smart. So I said, well, I better make friends with him really quick. And I said, look, if you come over and put yourself in a good position, I'm going to get you a lot of dunks because I know Clifford left to dunk. Ran the two-man game as well as Clifford and I did. Now, I did it with Nate and all, but I'm telling you, Clifford was the best.
The other one that people never bring up, you taught George Johnson to shoot underhand free throws that championship year.
He's a legend. So you guys swept the Washington Bullets.
Supposedly was the biggest mismatch in the history of the NBA Finals. It's going to be a sweep. And so they got the sweep right, just the wrong team. And Mike Reardon elbowed me to start the jump ball. He gave me an elbow to the chest on the jump ball. After a few minutes in the fourth quarter that I actually played the way I should have been playing the whole game. So it was pretty good. They got to stop that. I like the big guy for them. I mean, they do a great lob. He's great mobility. He can shoot the ball. He's a nice player.
In that championship year, Draymond floating that home.
See, there's your step ball screen. I was calling for it earlier.
And where's the help? There it is with Draymond. And Klingon hammering that down.
AirPods.
Kajemski, corner three.
He just had one man down for the Blazers, and it was just about finding the odd man out.
Klingon, this is a warm-up three. You're going to rail that one. His first made three of the night.
Non-step minutes.
Caleb Love dropping in three.
He felt good about that one. He was feeling himself.
They throw it over Williams, and TJD gets the dunk. What a pass by Butler. Sissoko pushing it to Caleb Love. And then getting it back. That's good basketball. Really nice.
Well, the Warriors are doing a lot of things right as Sissoko drives in there and the foul.
Butler to Draymond. Robert Williams spiking that out of bounds. 5 to shoot here. Draymond will shoot the three. All right. When you block it out of bounds, you just give the team the ball right back. CD Sissoko down the lane. Drop it off to Robert Williams. There they go, working together. Dropping it into Robert Williams. They were going to foul him if he tried to dunk it. I'll tell you, Tumani Kamara is railing threes, 4 of 6 now. Avdia gets it back with a shot clock at 3. Draymond made him give it up. Caleb Love is having a night. He bottoms a 3 to beat the buzzer.
There you go. Under through it.
What a catch by Butler, setting up Curry for 3. Steph was already running back. He knew that was down. Robert Williams dunking that down. And they have the defender in Kamara who can just hound Steph. Avdia on him. Curry banks it home. He's got 32. Come on. So Draymond will drive. Robert Williams blocking that. Caleb Love, full head of steam. Gonna get up and in.
He's powerful at his size, too.
Robert Williams looking for a backdoor cutter. Draymond saved the layup. Kumara lays it up and in.
There's an ominous feel here. Crowd murmuring.
GP2, nice step through and finish. So now you're down 6. And Butler, what a screen by Draymond. Perfectly done, and Butler with 18 now. Shot clock at 7. Curry on the great defender, Kumara backs him up. Steph for the 3! Minute 50 left in a 1-point game. Avdia driving, Avdia scoring.
He's getting right. Draymond got over there, but he's concentrating.
Tic-tac-toe. GP2 the lay-in. Avdia in full motion. Caleb Love on a career night. Bottoms a 3. 23 for Caleb Love. Butler denied. Got it back. Butler is fouled. Jimmy makes them both. Chase Center trying to help the D. They're looking for Avdia cutting. Back out to Love, then the man of the night. He hit another three. Caleb Love with 26. You need points, you need them in a hurry. Steph with the three. Answers! But the shot clock is off. You got to foul now. Drops it in. Got to get it in. They get it into Steph. Side step three. Good look. Curled it out. 4 seconds left in the game. Back out to Curry. Another three on the way. And that will do it. So the Warriors sustain their first home loss of the year. They've lost 3 in a row now. Portland beats them twice.